Is there ever a time in your life you think, I just wish I could do it over again? Well, that's what we're doing here on Throwback Thursday. We're looking at my videos from the beginning of my time on YouTube, and I'm recreating them and jazzing them up for today's viewing. So I used this layout here as one that I absolutely love. I seriously love this layout, but it didn't get much viewing back then, so I thought I'd revamp it and see how it goes this time round. It's a great layout. It's using lots of different textures and lots of different media to create a double page. Now I have this wood scroll here. It's wood veneer, now would have come from Kaisercraft. And I also have bits and pieces from all over the place, little wood pieces that I'm going to tuck in, and I'm also going to use some scraps here to map my photos and build into the layout. I have these three photos, actually 4 photos from this was December 2023. I just returned from a cruise with my daughter here. We were doing our Christmas in the city. Nobody else wanted to come, so it was just the 2 of us. And these were taken at the grounds of Alexandria, and it's just beautiful how this has come together. I use this script stencil here from Scrapbook Fantasies. I've got some more flowers there, the mulberry layered flowers. And look at these cute little chipboard butterflies. They're from Scrapbook Fantasies as well. And a little tag there that I'm going to color up and we're going to use on this layout. Now I did this is a double. I love this paper. It's from Kaisercraft. It's just stunning. The apricot roses in it are beautiful, and I just love the chair on it. I think the chair is just magic, and I am going to create the double using this paper, and so we're going to see how that all works together to make a cohesive double layout. So I had this cardstock here in the mint and the rusty brown, which is bringing in that peachy color, and I am going to get started by coloring, preparing my frames. You know I love my frames. So I've done the the 1/4 inch frame I did. Now that scroll there is broken, but that's okay, when I can put that together and fix that as we're working on it. And I'm now going to paint it up, and I'm using weathered paint here to distress paint. It's actually paint that I'm painting onto the wood, and that's giving it a nice finish, nice and subtle, picking up the colors from the layout as well. And I'm just going to do the chipboard in the same color, and that's just going to allow for that consistency across the layout, and that's really important when you're using colors in a different colored background. So I'm using some aqua ink here. It is a Kaisercraft one, and I'm just putting it through the stencil because I want it to be subtle, picking up the aqua from that chair. I really did want it very, very light, very, very subtle. I didn't want it to be overpowering, and the script is just to fill in some of that space on that layout. The next color I'm choosing is some gathered twigs, so I'm giving it a bit of both onto the layout, and that's just adding some contrast. All right, for the second page, for this I'm cutting out a hexagon, and then I want a hexagon for double matching purposes for this layout. So I'm going to trace around it with my pencil here, and then I will use that to cut out my hexagon for this mat. And as you can see, it is slightly larger than the hexagon that I was using, so I am using my blade to trim it down so that I will have that frame insert on the other side with the turquoise framing it and making it stand out. So I'm going to turn that over because I am going to utilize that space there, and I'm going to put this hexagon back into the layout, so I'm actually popping out the center of the page, and that looks really effective when you put it down and build your page. Now you'll see that I have the center gone, and that's okay because I'm using everything there. Don't forget I did cut my 1 inch frames, and that will help to support it as well. This is going on the right hand side of the layout, so I'm just going to distress edge the three quarters of it, because the other quarter is the center, and we don't want to have distressing down the center when it's in the album as a double. So be mindful of that if you are doing a double page, that you don't do all 4 sides. I have done that in the past, and it does look silly when you've got a line down the center when you're meant to be a single page. Now I have this beautiful ribbon. Isn't it gorgeous? Look at it. The colors just match perfectly. You would have thought I bought it for this paper, which I did not, but I just happened to have it in my stash, and I'm just trimmed down those beautiful leaves, and they are going to sit in under the hexagon to help support the hexagon, but also to pop up and give some more detail to the layout. And look at that. Aren't they just gorgeous? They're just beautiful, and I love them. I have to actually source some more because they are just magic. Then I'm putting down the teal color, or the turquoise, or the aqua, whichever color you would like to call it, and then putting on that paper that I cut out. Now I really want to continue with the hexagons here, so I am cutting my photos out in the hexagon shape as well, and it's always good to have a template to do that so that you can cut them perfectly and so they fit together onto your page in the correct shape and just all nest together nicely. So that's, as I said, my daughter. She was 19 in these photos, absolutely stunning, and she is such a good sport. She'll sit and pose for photos for me all the time. Now you saw that I popped up half of that, and then I removed some because I forgot that it was going to sit on the already raised hexagon underneath, and it's really important that you balance your layouts and you don't have bits that are uneven across the layout. I used my Cricut to cut out the title, and it's "Take a Seat," and that's because she was sitting next to that beautiful fountain at the gardens, and it just looks beautiful. As I said, I love the colors in this layout, and I do love the fact that I was able to make a pretty layout for her at this time of the year when we were together, after already being together for our time on the cruise. So I'm just putting so that it all marries together nicely. Alright, now I'm just working out where to place my photos. Now remember, this is a double page and I need it to sit nicely together. I'm tracing around those hexagons again so that I can put the photos into the best possible position so that you see the maximum of the photos, but keeping the shape true to the design that I want on this layout. Now I am changing the orientation of one of those hexagons, and that's to add some interest into the layout. Hexagons are very popular. They continue to be popular, and just by changing the orientation of one or two of them makes it just a little bit different each time you use them. So that's a little tip and trick, especially if you are starting to cut your photos using the hexagon. I always use a template to do that because I want to see before I actually go around cutting. So I'm just going to do the triple matting here. Well, it's double matting plus the photo, and that's also the colors of the layout all being drawn together. And look at how pretty it goes together. See, I chose the teal, as you can see in that photo in the background with the teal doors. That's very important, and that's dragging the colors in so that the layout is balanced. The reddy terracotta color is coming from the papers, yes, but also from those tiles on the floor, the bricks that she's walking on. So you can see how it all works together nicely. Now we have that set in place. We have the double happening. Now usually like in a lot of places the bigger photo is to the left, but this time I've put it to the right, and that's because of the chair design. And I actually like that the smaller photos lead over to the larger photo. And I really am sorry that you can't see the double, but you will in the close-ups at the end, and you can see how that happens. Now I'm just going to start embellishing it, and I'm using these wood veneer curl swirls and curls, the curlicues, and I'm just going to add these details to the top here. I'm just building up the overall feel of this to give it that a little bit of a vintagey you know, royalty type garden type of feel, and that these add that to that layout. I'm going to bring in some more of this amazing leaf ribbon, and just to tie in the left hand side with the right hand side. Isn't it just so pretty? It's the prettiest ribbon ever. I really do need to get some trim. It's a trim, not a ribbon, it's a trim. So I'm just loving how this is coming together and how the colors just blend so magnificently. And it's about playing and manipulating so that you get the best balanced feel. Now I want this to run over to the second page, so I'm going to put this piece up here to the top right, and then that will run into the second page, and I will have it balanced in so that they are joining like they are a double and cohesive page for the whole layout. Now I like this glue. I think it's great. It's a tacky glue. It's very good. It allows me to move it around a bit until it dries, and I usually have some leeway in the drying time as well, which is really important. So you can see how easily, by adding different textures to your layout, it adds so much more. Now, as I said, I wanted that to come across so that it sits in the correct spot, and now when I put them in the album, it will be balanced and just flow from left to right. Look at all these beautiful flowers. They are material flowers, which is really nice, and they are 3D or multi-dimensional, and they make such a beautiful addition to the layout that I just tied in all the colors together here by building them onto separate little cluster points around the layout. Now these were my early days where I just put things down and hoped they worked. I didn't think very much about how many cluster points I had or how many things. Back in those days I was still learning to cluster. I wasn't very good at it, but you know, that shows the progression I've made since way back then. But I still love how this came together. It's just a very pretty layout, and it's just using the papers to guide how you are going to place your photos and your flowers. And now I'm putting in some butterflies here. I'm putting this into my group, like another cluster with smaller flowers. These are all material. They add that little bit of extra texture to the page. And you know, we've got stash and stacks and stacks in our stash of these flowers if you really go and have a look at what you've got, especially if you've been scrapping for a very long time, because material flowers were really to go way back in around 2010 through to about 2020. You know, we really wanted our mulberry flowers, our material flowers. Now we do a lot of fussy cutting, and we do a lot of die cuts, which, you know, is great, but it's also nice to have these beautiful extra textures on your layouts as well. So I'm just putting in those clusters. I did put that butterfly and clock piece with that little tag down there, and that's because I'm going to make a journaling point down there. I'm carrying the colors over by adding these smaller flowers into each of these floral clusters, and that's tying it all together nicely. I just love the beauty of the colors blending together so well. And I'm just playing with this butterfly, working out the best spot for it, because I know it needs to be on this page, but I'm just not finding the right spot. And I did put it up there in that top cluster with that crossover with the trim. Now I'm drawing in with a ruler. See, I've got a long way. I don't necessarily use my ruler so much anymore to rule my borders, but I did there. But it's not a full border, so you'll see that it's a broken border. I'm using a gold bronzy coppery type color here to tie in with the layout, and then I'm just adding my Nouveau drops. See, even way back then I was using my Nouveau drops. They are just what pulls all your layouts together nicely. and I've put them there into the 3 cluster points there to set up the visual triangle on that page. And once again, I'm ruling in my borders because you know I can't cope with those unfinished borders, and it's really important that I put them on there. As I said, this was going to become my journaling point down here, and that's what I've done, is I've just added in the journaling, and it ties in nicely, so that's not just hanging there in space, it actually ties it all together. And then I'm going to put my sets of 3, and this is all going to come in together. And look at that, isn't it pretty? It's so gorgeous. Now I'm looking at it, look at me, see, you know my finger movements. I'm not happy, I'm not finished yet. Just looking at it, and then I go, oh no, there's still some missing. I love it, it's just very pretty, and look at how it flows across the page. But I do come back in with those nouveaux, so I'm just working and thinking about it here, contemplating where I should add more. And I'm having a look, and here you can see those crystal nouveaux there, aren't they pretty? And there's those clusters with those flowers and the dimension there. My journaling point is down there at the bottom, and that's really good. And it's just saying that we're at the grounds, and that was where we were having a dinner that night. And look at that, this side is beautiful. I just love it. I love that photo of my daughter there at the waterfall, or at the fountain. Look at her, it's just beautiful. It just captures her as she is. She's just, you know, very, very photogenic. And looking at these photos, you wouldn't believe she's a tradie. She actually works in the dirt, people. That's her job. She mows lawns, she trims trees, and she digs in the dirt. But that's my princess. That's her take on life, and that's what she's enjoying doing. So here you go. You don't see me do it, and I apologize, but on the chair I ended up going back with sequins, and I ended up adding sequins to the cushions on the chair. I did that off screen because it was really annoying me, you can see them there, that I had not done the sequins on the layout, and I needed to put some sequins that just added that little bit of extra sparkle, and I love how it turned out. So hopefully you're inspired to go back and check it. I'll put the old video link down below. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you over on my next video. Remember, Throwback Thursday next month. See you then.